Before we see a more complex example, I'd like to take a moment and talk about a common mistake people make with the product rule. People often make the mistake and say the derivative of f times g equals f prime times g prime. You can see where it's tempting to make this mistake. After all, the derivative of a sum is the sum of the derivatives, and the derivative of a difference is the difference of the derivatives. So you might think that the derivative of a product is the product of the derivatives, but this pattern doesn't hold. So how do you avoid making this mistake? Here's how. Write down what you think the formula is, then test it. And to test it, just pick two simple polynomials and try it out. In this case, let f of x equals x squared and g of x equals x cubed. F of x times g of x is x squared times x cubed, which equals x to the fifth. So the derivative of f times g is just the derivative of x to the fifth, which is 5x to the fourth. Now that we know the answer, let's test the formula. Suppose you think the derivative of f times g equals f prime times g prime. Let's plug everything in and see if this works. The derivative of x squared is 2x. The derivative of g is 3x squared. If you multiply these together, you get 6x cubed, but this is different than 5x to the fourth. So we know this formula is wrong. The derivative of f times g is not equal to f prime times g prime. Whenever you're working from memory, it's a good idea to write down the product formula and quickly test it to make sure it's right.